Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Rosie Rosette 2020. Let's focus. And today is or was July 18th, 2020. Okay, so I got a little more information about what was going on with Fahim Shala. I hope I got this right. For some reason, I don't think that I am pronouncing his last name, but that was the CEO, the guru, the tech guy who got decapitated and dismembered by his assistant. So, in the previous video, I said that he had the assistant Tyrese. I'm just going to say Tyrese and Fahim because those last names are just whatever. I don't feel like doing it. It's too late at night. So, Tyrese allegedly embezzled $100,000 from this man, from his boss. $100,000. Now, instead of him, the boss, sending him to jail, because let me tell you, you steal $10 from me, I'm done from you. $10. Now, $100,000. Fahim must have had a really good heart. Why he didn't call the cops, I don't know, but that tells you something about him and his loyalty. Now, someone said, why didn't the boss pay him? Excuse me? Oh, sorry, it's late at night. Why didn't the boss pay him? I didn't hear anything about how Tyrese was never paid. I don't know. If I hear about that, I will record it. But the man, Fahim, must have trusted Tyrese in that he had access to all of his finances, right? Okay, so it wasn't his cousin. It wasn't his sister that found him. It was his cousin. Still, the cousin is going to need help. The cousin's going to need help. From the report, it said his head, his legs, and his arm were in plastic bags. What? This is not a chicken. What was Tyrese? I don't think that he did this on his own. Now, it also said that Fahim was being sued by someone because he developed some type of app, allegedly, that you could listen in on other people talking. And this guy, he got fired or something, and so he was suing Fahim. So I don't know if this was an inside job, an outside job, if someone put Tyrese up to taking his money and then killing him or whatever. But there is no way that I think that a 21-year-old young man could kill someone, go to Home Depot, charge a saw, and I guess a taser. I don't know how you come across a taser. Maybe this was Fahim's taser and Tyrese used it on Fahim. This is just horrible. I told my son about it. He said, Mom, that sounds like a horror. No, he said, that sounds like a bad film or a bad movie. I said, no, this sounds like a horror movie. Like, this is literally something like, that you saw in The Wire or whatever. But why would a 21-year-old know how to decapitate his boss? You got that much hatred? You have that much, I can't even talk. I'm so excited. You have that much hatred for a person that you steal $100,000 from. Now, what did he do with that $100,000? Because apparently, did he use it all? What did he do with that $100,000? Whatever. It's late. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm just horrified. That a 21 years old would embezzle $100,000. That right there, we could just marinate on. What does what? I'm speechless. What does a 21-year-old have to do? Okay, maybe he has college loans, maybe his family, but I think, yeah, he was college college educated. Maybe his family is destitute. Maybe he has, a killer after him and he has to pay him off. I don't know. But there's no way there's no way that you can rack up. Well, yes, there is, because of school. See, that's why they need to forgive those student loans, because people are going crazy. But there is no way that a 21-year-old has $100,000 in debt, or has something, outlandish. It's not like he had a mortgage that he had to pay. Like, what did he have that took him or made him embezzle $100,000 from your boss? Did he not understand with embezzlement, that carries a jail sentence? Did he not understand that? Okay, so we're talking about embezzlement. Let's put that to the side. So, the boss says, and I said this in the other video, okay, we can get over this. Okay, you can pay me back. I don't know how. I don't know if he fired him or if he, treated him like a slave. Okay, you're going to have to work for me until you pay it back. Well, why didn't the boy just give him the money back? Did he spend the $100,000? Is he riding up in a Bentley or whatever? Did he have Versace or Gucci, or, did he buy a $100,000 watch? I don't get it. And how is it that you didn't realize that you had $100,000 missing? Did they have a relationship? I don't get it. Okay, I'm in my studio and you can hear people in the background. Take it as it will, and let's keep moving. I don't understand. How do you not miss $100,000? But listen, I'm not a guru. I'm not a millionaire. So I don't know how. But let me tell you, let $50 go out of my bank account, because I ain't got no money. But I guess when you have a lot of money, you can do it. So I don't know. I don't know how you do that. I don't know. Okay. So let's get past the embezzlement. He didn't call the cops on him. Listen, if people, embezzle from you $100,000, $10, $20, $50, $100, anything over $100, get them. Okay. All right. So he said you could pay it back. Okay, I've done that. I've got money from people. And they were like, okay, you can pay it back. All right, you pay it back one way or another. All right, you pay it back. Okay, fine. Then you kill them? Like, what part of that was the plan? Was that a part of the agreement? Okay, you pay me back and you kill me, and while you're killing me, you decapitate me, and then you put everything, you put all of my body parts in different plastic bags? What? You're 21 years old. Like, that's some what's that movie's, not The Shining, Clarice. Hannibal Lecter stuff. That's some Hannibal Lecter. He must have read the book. It is a good book. That book led me to Venice, to that mall, in the movie where Hannibal Lecter looks at the mall in Venice. I guess I need to read that book again. No, I don't. Because if it leads me to doing something like that, like it led that young man to, can't we just focus on the fact that he decapitated him? How does one decapitate someone? Isn't that really hard? But he had a saw. What, is this on a YouTube video or something? Who decapitates and cuts up someone and puts it in plastic bags, and the saw was still plugged in? He had cut up Fahim, put him in plastic bags, had the saw stay. So I guess he still had not finished. He had the cleaning solution and the vacuum ready to clean it up. Excuse me. This must be common because a tech CEO in Los Gatos, or was it Santa Cruz? No, there was one tech guy in Los Gatos, a couple killed him, and then there was another CEO tech guy in Santa Cruz, someone killed him. There was another woman who was out here on a trip from Seattle. Someone killed him. As a matter of fact, I was talking to a newscaster when he was going to the police headquarters when they were going to do a press conference on her. I thought working for a tech company was supposed to be fabulous. I know you guys work hard, but I know you guys get paid very well. I know you guys get free food, amazing trips and everything like that. But if it's to the point where you got to kill someone, what are the computers doing? Now, I did hear, someone did tell me, actually I was standing around when I heard that Google, they pay their administrative assistants 280,000, 200, 180,000, 200, something like that. But they get treated like crap. They get treated like they're servants or something. So maybe, but no. If you don't like your job, quit. I understand you won't be making $100,000 to $200,000, but still, if working for a tech guru pushes you to embezzle $100,000, which is insane, and then kill the man, even though the man didn't put you in jail and told you that he'll set up payments. Like, well, how much was Tyrese making? Was he making like $20,000 a year? I don't get it. Did Fahim treat him like a slave or something? I don't get it. He was smiling in the pictures. He was dressed up. I don't know, but I don't want anybody's fortune. I don't want no one's fortune to the point where I got to kill him. And I guess, you know what, he's looked at too many Empire, The Wire, Ghost, because that sounds like a plot. What, Hannibal Lecter, but what's the one with the guy says Clarice, and then you got the crazy person who is killing, women, and then, skinning them and sewing their skin. What movie was that? It wasn't The Shining. What was that? Silence of the Lambs. There you go. Was that Anthony Hoffman? Is that his name? Clarice. Like, this is some insane stuff. Like, who does this? What is wrong with you kids? 21 years old. Shouldn't you be in the living room playing Pac-Man or PS2 or PS5 or whatever, Nintendo, something? Like, aren't you supposed to be into Jordans or something? And then you read about how brilliant Fahim, programming. I think first he programmed this app so that, his, and they placed pictures of his family and his father shared it or whatever. And then he did this other app with teens, and then he did another one. And then, he was the guru, or, the CEO of this, something like Uber, but in Nigeria for, motorbikes, and that crashed or whatever. So then he was thinking about something else. But he was still generating millions from some other business or something that was going. The guy was brilliant. But he didn't deserve to be killed after someone, what I tell you, after he let the man, ride with 100,000. I don't know. Did he beat him or something after he found out that he stole $100? Which, if he did, he should have. See, that's the mistake. That's the mistake. He should have never let him slide with that $100,000. Again, you steal more than $100,000 from me, you're gonna get it. Am I being hypocritical? No, because I don't care. You still, because I don't do people like that. Well, yeah, listen, I haven't stolen $100,000, but I've stolen before. We've all stolen. We've all stolen. We've all stolen, but still, $100,000, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But he let him slide. And I can understand, people have let me slide. I've let people slide. I get it. Okay? But $100,000. So what did Fahim do to Tyrese to entice him to kill him and dismantle his body? Like, you have to be some sick person to decapitate, like I have a lot of trauma with my monthly cycle, and I don't mean to be TMI, but you have to be a sick individual to decapitate and dismember a body and put it in plastic bags. That is just disgusting. You know what? That's why it's 2020. We have Big Brother. You guys need to do your background checks. Because if a 21-year-old man can do this, the world is ending. This is just too much. This is too much. The world is ending. It's a done deal. I'm just so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed as a black person to have this black young boy do this. I'm embarrassed as a mother. My son would never do this. No. You wouldn't have to worry about the cops. Honey, if my son did something like this, my son even alluded, even when my son looks at creepy shows, I'm like, what's this? What are you doing? Were you planning on blowing up something? Oh, I asked. But I asked everybody, all these little kids around here, what are you doing? I drive up, I see boys or whatever, congregated together. Who are you? What's going on? I did that the other night. Some men were, I call them my nephews or whatever. Then the father came up. He was like, hey, you asking too many questions, you FBI. I was like, look, I need to know. I need to know who's around, who's in my surroundings. You see during my videos, okay, what's going on? I talk to everybody. Well, there's a couple people that I don't want to talk to because I don't want to catch a case. But other than that, I'm friendly with everyone. People on the street. I say this all the time, not bums, homeless people. I talk to everybody. It doesn't matter. Because I'm looking at you. I need to look at you. I need to look at you directly in your eye, and I need to read you the same way I used to work with FBI individual, the guy who got the Oklahoma bomber. I used to work right outside of his office. Like, his office was maybe 10 feet away. I worked for another FBI individual. He wasn't the FBI, the one who caught the the Oklahoma bomber, but he was still an ex-FBI. And they're not very emotional. Like, how I use my hands and all that. They just read you like a computer. Up and down. They read, how you talk, how you walk, how you sit. They read everything. Your interactions and everything. We're people. Just weird because they read you. Just read you. But a lot of quiet people read you. They're reading you. They don't have to say anything. No. But see, I talk and I read. Because I'm big on energy. If your energy's not right, So what type of energy, I said all that to say, what type of energy did that 21-year-old have? See, I'm telling you, y'all stay away from me. I don't even care. After this coronavirus is finished and done with, stay away from me. Because if you have 21-year-old men decapitating, cutting up, embezzling $100,000 from your boss, I'm done. It's over. Look, it's a done deal. I'm done. Listen, this is enough for this video because I'm just really distraught at what's going on in our generation. You have these young girls beating up people. You have the 21-year-old, embezzling, decapitating. You have cops just killing. it's just too much. And then we have to stay in, because we don't know what, we don't know who's the next person who's going to have coronavirus. We don't know who, we're going to be entangled with. It's all bad. Sorry if I'm depressing, but this is a depressing state. This is a depressing video. To talk about a 21-year-old who embezzled and killed and decapitated his boss.